U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry travels to Jordan Tuesday for talks on building an international alliance against Islamic State militants who control parts of Syria and Iraq. Scott Stearns reports on what the instability means for Jordan.
Jordan's looking for help from the United States to prevent Syria's civil war from spilling across the border, with U.S. officials discussing better aerial surveillance and more training for Jordanian Special Operations Forces. Jordanian King Abdullah met with President Obama at the NATO summit in Wales last week to discuss the Syrian war and the rise of Islamic State militants, which have heightened security concerns in Jordan, says U.S. Institute of Peace analyst Steve Heidemann. Security officials say many young militants are inspired by Muslim cleric Abu Qatada, who was extradited from Britain last year. Jordan's postponed his trial on charges of plotting to attack tourists at New Year celebrations in 2000, but previously convicted him for conspiring to attack U.S. targets in Jordan. Heidemann says Jordan's long-standing ties with Europe and the United States make it a more difficult target for Islamic State leaders looking to expand beyond Syria and Iraq. Complicating Jordanian security and stretching government resources are hundreds of thousands of refugees from Syria and Iraq, says former U.S. Ambassador Adam Arely. Jordanian authorities have so far kept that refugee crisis from undermining internal security. But those strains will only grow worse the longer conflicts in Syria and Iraq continue, says analyst Nora Ben Sahel. Continuing to address the refugee crisis and safeguard Jordan's borders will remain important to keep King Abdullah in a coalition against the Islamic State extremists.